the last time that we met up, you guys had defeated the three-headed Cerberus, had gone shopping, made a shit ton of money, and had then gone to visit Kashan's former employer, who has basically announced that his wounded brother, is about to have a gladiatorial fight to the death, and is basically claiming ownership of Kashan. So now that you're basically doing all of that, the floor is now yours.
I think we were mostly just heading back to the Alpha base, but I don't know, we needed to go. Did we pick up our silver weapons? Or were they not ready? I don't remember.
It's still sort of early afternoon. There's a chance they could be ready, but it's not likely.
Okay. We just kind of agreed to leave, didn't we?
No, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Liam?
I'm good with that.
Okay, so where do you guys want to go?
My brain is still contemplating Kashan has a brother.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a beard though, so clearly the lesser brother.
Facts.
That's important fact. Is there anywhere that would give us anything sort of up to date on the current date of the gladiatorial arena? Like who the current champion is, etc.
Okay, so you know that So can I get what would be the best thing for this? Can I get history for me, please?
Yes, sir. History. It's a 15.
Alright, so you know that the best place to find this information would be in the marketplace. That's basically where the most amount of gossip occurs, and where you're most likely to be able to find information on this.
Okay. I think that's supposed to be head to the marketplace and ask around. If you guys are cool with that, if we still have a little bit of time before we can pick up our weapons.
Okay, so bear with me. I didn't actually organise you guys going this, so let me just move your tokens. There we go. Okay, so you arrive at the market. It's a hustle and bustle as always, and the smell of food that is A, cooked, and B, cooking is filling the air, and there's also a slight damp on the air, which somehow is enhancing the smells.
I'm gonna head over to the chicken man. Well,
So
Militor.
back at the food market,
And
yeah?
see if he
Sorry, my screen froze, but I was catching up.
Okay,
see if he'd like to give a little info.
so he there's somebody in there already, and he finishes spooning out the person's helping and applying sauce, and then he looks at you. You can see that there's some level of familiarity there, but he doesn't necessarily compute exactly who you are. He's like, yep, can I help?
I don't need any more chicken for now, my friend, but I was wondering if I could get some information as to the current state of the gladiator arena.
No, information's not free, but pull up a chair. Can I get perception from you, please?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand next to the guy and just look scary.
Perception, that is a 21.
Okay, you can see there's no chairs.
I pretend to sit.
A whole bunch of people just appeared on my screen that weren't there before.
So, what do you want to know? And he starts. You can see that he's preparing meat. Basically, on one side of the table, he's chopping up meat. Another part of the table, he's like preparing them in a bowl of marinade, and then another one, and then behind him he's got a little stove where he's throwing the food onto.
Poke the meat, poke the meat, poke the meat.
Do you want to poke the meat?
I'm going to poke the meat.
Okay.
I want to poke it to see if it's actually not, like, obviously I don't care if it's human meat,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to see what kind of meat he's cooking.
Okay, give me either investigation or nature.
They're both really, I'll get crap scores rather than low, maybe. $12.
Okay, you can definitely tell this isn't human meat, but it's not quite chicken either. So, but you're guessing, given that there's a lot of pigeons around, you're guessing it's pigeon meat.
Can I give that information to Kashan? Because this might be blackmail. The guy's serving people pigeon, and I don't know if he's told them it's pigeon.
Well, it tastes good, whatever it is.
Not complaining, but it might be. Not everybody would be happy being charged for chicken, but they're eating pigeon.
Details
True.
of the guy?
I'm telling this to Kashan. It's
Okay.
up to Kashan if he wants to use it to blackmail the guy for information.
No, that could be good information. I didn't think about that. I'd like to see what he attempts to sort of charge with, first of all. But I want to know about the current champion of the arena.
You mean Crixus, or Crix, as he's called. Well, if you want information about him, let's go cost you. He's saying this as he's cutting up a bird, and he's using a particularly large cleaver, and he cuts off one of its wings.
Can I tell what kind of bird it is?
Perception or nature, same as Natalie. I'll give you advantage because she's told you there's probably pigeon.
Oh, 17.
Okay. You guess there's probably pigeon as well.
Alright, look at it. How about for the charge of one portion and not telling people that this is pigeon, not chicken?
And sort of shrugs and holds out his hand, ready to take the money.
How much was a portion?
To be perfectly honest, I can't remember. Let's just say 5 silver.
Cool. Silver. Alright, cool. Yeah. That's fine.
So, Crix. He's been champion. Dunno. A little bit longer than a year. But don't get me wrong, he's one hell of a fighter, but he lacks a certain, refinement. He's all about going in, killing as quickly as possible, and finishing them off quickly. He doesn't allow the crowd time to savour the kill, as it were. I like the ones that make a show of fighting, allow the opponent to bleed somewhat. As a butcher, and he slams the knife down, you can appreciate that.
Do I know much about this person?
Give me history.
He's slow.
Cat's hiding in shame.
Right. 13?
Okay. You do recognise the name Crixus.
Did you
Or
promise
Crix.
yourself with my
But he wasn't champion whenever you left.
You right, Maya?
Given that when you were
Tired.
about a year ago, you were doing mercenary work, and then you basically were immediately assigned from mercenary work to then go work with the Alphas. So you've been away from the arena for quite some time. But you do remember that Crix is a gladiator for a different school of gladiators, not under Gates, the guy that you work for, and so in order to be champion of the arena brings immense prestige to that house, and so no matter how it all works out, you being a member of House Gates will always face off against Crix.
Okay.
But you also know that to be champion in the arena is one thing, but then to keep the title is another thing, because as soon as you become champion, the first thing that everybody does is then challenge you for your new title. So the fact that he's been able to hold it for so long means that he's worth paying attention to.
Good to know. Okay. I hand my bugger pigeon to Oliver.
Thank you.
Feed him now.
Anything else you want to know?
Does he have a weak spot?
So, Nat
Yeah,
first.
first. Sean, go first.
So, what did you say?
Cheers. Thank you. Was that me?
Yeah.
Saying if he or anyone might know of any weaknesses in said fighter that we could exploit.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a weakness, but Crix is a fighter who fights with a greatsword. He doesn't use shields or any of that cowardice. He goes straight in and he batters his foe like nothing else. To the point that even whenever it's not his turn to fight, he can still inflict damage.
Oh, that sounds promising.
Very.
What interest do you have in Crix? Are you placing a wager on the outcome? Because I can say the odds of Crix's victory in tomorrow's match are substantially in his favour.
Well,
It's 20 to 1 that he'll go down.
There might be a change to his challenger, so you might be able to make a bet.
What
Oh,
match?
yeah,
Where's
just
the
decide.
match?
Hmm?
Where's the match?
Well, it is in the gladiatorium, of course. But he sort of looks around like conspiratorially. So obviously we discuss the location in civilized company. You understand? Gladiator matches are, of course, illegal in King Alfred's rule. He spits.
Isn't selling customers pigeon and telling them it's chicken illegal?
I never said there was chicken. It was chicken yesterday. Today it's pigeon. Can you give me insight?
Vague meats.
I'd say I wasn't quite here last time we played, so I think I'm allowed to need to roll insight check. I've managed to go through every single one down the list before I hit insight. 14.
Okay. But you can tell that he's lying, but also on the other side of that coin, he isn't. It's like Liam said, he is basically just a food person. He's not specifically selling, like advertising himself as selling chicken. He's basically just selling meat.
Mm-hmm.
With good
So
sauce.
that's a loophole, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, in order to... The arena is underground. It's elsewhere. If you want to be permitted entrance, then you'll need to be invited by somebody already there.
Would you be invited?
Oh, me? No. This is the sort of thing for rich people who can afford the shit on their boots, if you get my drift.
You know this guy used to be a gladiator, right? I'm just pointing at Kashan. And casually, while he's not looking, can I use my tail to like swipe some meat off the table?
Okay, give me sleight of tail.
Slight of tail. Do I know if the format for
13.
Gladiator combat is 1v1?
Okay, so you've managed to steal one of the raw marinated pieces of meat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Kashan, what were you saying?
Do I know the format of the Gladiator arena? Is it a 1v1 situation?
Give me history.
I still have nothing. I don't know why I keep checking. 14.
Okay, so gladiator matches basically work to whatever is needed at the time. In just sort of like a weekly match, it will be 1v1. But if there's something going on where like it's a special event, like a festival or something like that, then it will be multiple people all at once. You've got humanoids versus animals. You've got humanoids v humanoids, animals versus animals. It's basically whatever is needed at the time. It is illegal to host gladiator matches, but there's loopholes that say you can't hold them within the city, so it happens outside of the city.
Okay.
But hence why there's such a booming business. But it is a very exclusive club. So the common rabble, they'll only really find out about it after the matches are done and people are gossiping about them.
Okay.
But from what you can tell, the match which is going to be happening tomorrow is going to be Crix versus your brother and a gladiator named Ares who you've never met before.
Okay.
Maybe we can get your brother to invite us?
You've already been in... From what... so can I get insight from all of you, please? Maya, please.
Honestly, you might have to bear in mind, as I said, I've not been here, so if it has been discussed in our session, then I've probably missed it.
Oh god. 3.
15 for me.
17.
Okay. Right, so you basically have worked out that but given how much information that Gates has given you about this, it's quite likely that Gates will bring you to the fight to watch, but that hasn't yet been confirmed. Basically, the best thing for you to do tomorrow morning would be go straight to Gates's apartment and basically try and get him to bring you to the match, however you decide to do that.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Mm.
Is it worth seeing if we know if anyone else is going to be at the match to get backup just in case?
Yeah.
Do I have any friends from my days in the Gladiator arena?
Can both of you give... So, Nat, can you give me... Yeah, can both of you give me history, please?
12.
17.
Okay, so Nat, you know that there's an aspect of the Alphas which mingles in high society. So it's possible that a member of the Alphas could secure an invite.
Okay.
Kashan, but you have never really served in this particular military branch, so you don't have any friends in like the soldierly quarters in that regard. But so as far as you're concerned, the only way in is Gates.
Okay.
Let's go ask the Alphas. I'm going to wander off with my bit of meat.
Okay, so do you guys want to do that? Do you want to go?
What sort of time are we looking at? Because I mean, we need to go back to the outpost tonight anyway.
It's been about half an hour. You can try the Smith Street if you want, but
Seems unlikely. Okay.
you can't
No.
guarantee that anyone will be there. Alright,
Yeah,
so
that's fine, we'll be back,
where's
yeah.
Smith Street?
Just
Yeah.
imply I've gone off to Alpha Base.
Hi, Charlotte.
Talk.
Incredible chat.
No, that wasn't a part of it.
Right, I also forgot to put Warrior Frank there. So.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late.
That's alright.
That's okay. I stole you dinner. I'm going to give Marilla a piece of
A raw
marinated
chicken
piece
wing.
No, it's not even a chicken
God.
wing. It's a pigeon.
Oh yeah, pigeon wing.
Oh, goodness.
Raw marinated pigeon.
Oh, thanks so much. How did you know I've always wanted that?
Welcome.
So how have you been, Charlotte?
Good, yeah. I went out for food with a friend and it ran over and then there were sheep in the road. And Wales is
Only
fun.
that could happen in Wales.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, to anywhere else that would be
Yeah, but
like an oh my god situation, but with us it's just like, Yeah,
It was
it's-
baby lambs as well.
oh,
It was yeah, it was bad because they shouldn't have been on the road.
that was that intentional?
Should have stole one.
I did want to, but
It could have been
I
worse,
didn't
man.
know
It
how
could have been
to
someone's
get out
cow
my
road.
car quick enough to grab one.
Right, so if we basically just hear a meh in the background, we know what it is.
Yeah, just ignore it. Ignore it. You know it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Didn't have time.
Okay, so but are you ready to join us, or are you?
Yep, I'm here. I'm just sorting out my dice, but I am.
She's not
I'm
hiding
actually-
sheep under her table.
Meh.
Shush.
Maya does a really good impersonation of sheep. Calm down. If you want to sit over here with me, you can, but you need to calm down.
Okay. Do you guys want to give her a quick recap?
I stole some raw marinated pigeon.
We
Really?
we slayed a Cerberus and sodomized a tree.
Yeah. Did you watch the? Oh yeah, quiet. Did you watch the recap video?
I did not fully know.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been a very fun human lately at watching stuff because of dissertation.
Yeah. Okay.
We slayed the Cerberus. We Frank sodomized a tree.
Why did you let him do that?
We did. I mean,
Lie down.
he did it by himself. All right.
Throw away my chest, please.
Ironically, it was another Frank that found a lumber for that.
That's
Oh
true.
God.
Lumba didn't keep very good leash on his Frank.
Do I have like missing Frank still, or do we have him back? We didn't go
No,
and find
he's-
him, did we?
He's
No, he's
back.
with you.
We just don't know why he went
We got him
disappearing.
back. He paid the fine.
Ah, yes, yes, we did. Yes.
Why did Frank disappear?
We sold a bunch
Other
of
Frank
the
just
stuff
dragged him
in our
away and
inventory.
disappeared with him.
Oh, and then we asked our
Got
Frank's
a lot
friend
of
Yeah.
got a lot of money, and then
Woo.
I was summoned by Bill of House Gates.
Yes.
Oh.
So currently in the bank account is 13,525 gold.
I will add that in account. Can you repeat that number? 13,000.
525.
Very nice.
And 500 of it is invested.
So you basically went to Bill of House Gates and found out that Kashan A has a brother and B said brother is likely going to die in tomorrow's gladiator match.
Oh, that's not too good.
Could be better.
So quite casually, you guys have just taken this news and decided to go to the KFC with it.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
I am going to go back.
Oh, good, good, good. I'm glad we're not going to leave estranged brothers to die.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do that.
I'm curious though, but obviously you were here whenever you first found out that the alpha base had been satanized. How exactly did you explain that to your D&D friends?
Well, I was like, sanitizing. Well, we did the opposite. Well, we didn't do the opposite. A cat which can talk and polymorph and do magic satanized it. And they just blinked at me many times in utter confusion and horror. So yeah, brilliantly, I'd say.
Okay, so you guys have basically gone from the market and have arrived at the Smith Street. It's a general hustle and bustle as normal. However, there is one particular person who is looking strangely out of sight. Sorry, out of place, rather. He is walking around as if he's a guard. However, he's dressed in a deep blue outfit.
With this guy here.
Mm.
I'm just going to go up to him and poke him.
Okay, so the guy turns around and you can see...
Oh no.
Oh no.
How
Jing.
short is his skirt?
Frank,
but-
do you know a way into places? Frank?
Okay, so first off, he's not wearing a skirt, he's wearing hot pants
Of course he is.
and knee-high boots. And he basically turns around to you, Natalie, and answers your question. He's like, "Oh, I know my way into plenty of places, darling. However,
Illegal places.
especially illegal places, darling, but I cannot do that while I'm on duty, I'm afraid.
Since when have you been on duty?
Since I got this job, darling.
What job?
What exactly is your job, Frank?
I am a policeman.
Are you sure you're not a stripper gang policeman?
Well, I do have handcuffs.
Ugh.
That is not how that works.
Well, if you'll excuse me, darling, I do have my rounds to do. If people aren't going to search themselves, are they? You go straight over to this guard. Excuse me, sir. I need your immediate cooperation. Please come with me.
Frank? leave the
Don't
guards
do
alone.
it. Don't do it.
Frank is gone.
Frank has gone.
Oh, okay.
It's just
I,
You concentrate on what you're doing.
Do we help the
guard?
guard?
Go to bed.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do now that you're here?
Just be very confused with Frank.
I think I'll be there for a while.
Frank's in clothes that aren't skirts.
Can I get an update on my, did I check in on the crossbow before?
Okay. So you go over to the Human Forge area, and as before, the woman is beating Messor and Anvil, and at first she hasn't noticed you.
Deshaun has a girlfriend.
I give a little...
What? Where?
Frank, no.
Who is she? Tell me what you know.
Police officer Frank went that way, he knows the answer.
Right. He chases after him. He chases after himself.
Frank
I,
made me laugh.
we,
It really hurts.
right, the last time we let two of those go together, they sodomized a tree.
That's how the sodomizing of the tree happened.
More or less.
Goodness me.
I did say we should stop it. Scott said it was fine.
During this time, the Frank who's with you is saying absolutely nothing and doing nothing in regards to this.
Warrior Frank, control the Franks.
I don't think that's a wise order.
I can't tell him what to do here. I only answers to a number.
I don't feel like I can tell him what to do either. Or at least I think I can, then he does the complete opposite with the loophole.
Get control of your Warrior Frank pony.
Yes, please.
So you go into the blacksmith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so she straightens up whenever she sees you, putting down her hammer and putting the battered piece of metal back into the forge to let it continue to melt. Can I get a perception check from you, please?
Yeah.
Si, senor. This one. Perception I get plus 2. That is 13.
Okay. You notice that she is wearing the Sword of Wounding on her hip.
Ooh.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I was mostly looking to see if there's an update on the crossbow that I put in.
Oh, the crossbow. Oh, yeah. Give me a minute. And she walks past you and goes over to here. And as she walks past you, you can hear us all whispering coming from the sword. She walks past you again, and you hear it again. She pulls out the crossbow and from under a pile of stuff. But you can see that she's literally just finished working on it. But it's still got sort of like artisan dust on it. And she hasn't given it a polish or anything yet.
Okay.
It's not quite ready yet, but I mean it's workable.
Okay. It's fine. I was just figured I would have a check in. How's the sword at your hip treating you?
Yeah, it's a sword, I suppose. But I was worried that I might not be able to sell it, so I've added it to my own collection. I mean, it's quite a nice, well, not nice, it's very artistic, the way that it can be barbed and yet the sword's integrity isn't lost.
It's certainly unique.
Yeah, one thing I will notice though, but keep on hearing this noise. I can't quite put my finger on it though. Yeah, but anyway, it's probably my imagination. Oh, here you go.
I'll take my crossbow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be fine. You know, the sort of wounding being that'll be fine.
So bear with me one moment. But basically, just trying to find an image of what she's basically done to the crossbow for you. I had it, but then I closed the page stupidly, and now I can't find it. Okay, I'll find it again and then I'll send it to you.
Cool.
But she's basically attached or welded these two metal pieces, which basically go halfway as a gap, and then at a different angle it starts again. And you basically work out that once you put it to your shoulder and you line up these pieces of metal, it effectively creates a sort of crosshair on the actual crossbow.
Nice.
So if you want to give yourself crossbow +1.
Sí. Sí, señor. I love the +1 crossbow. Yahoo! +1 crossbow.
Okay, but do you guys want to check up on the silvering, or are you going to give that a little bit more time?
I don't mind either way.
I'm okay.
Okay, right, so do you guys then want to head back to the Alpha Base?
We.
Right.
I think so.
The non-Satanized version. Right.
Did he summitize my Satan?
Okay, so you come back, and the place is incredibly quiet.
Oh, just
People, we're home.
This noise just sort of like echoes around the house somewhat.
There are horses.
And some unicorns.
And some alicorns. There's an alicorn there as well.
I instinctively
George.
shout for Padwin.
What have you done?
So, can I get a perception check from both of you?
George tied up again.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, natural 20, so I got 21 in total.
17 perceptiveness.
Okay, so you can see Padwin is leaning around the corner watching you.
I walk up to him.
Did I find George? Because I called George.
Shh, he says, and he's slow pressing himself down to the ground.
Alright, I'll whisper back.
Can I go and like crouch next to him, like in the same motion? What are we doing?
We're hiding.
What are we hiding from?
From.
It's the worst monster ever.
Monster.
Will it eat you?
No,
I will.
but I don't want to be eaten.
Well, I'll quite happily eat you. I can look at Padwin and smile.
Don't eat him.
Will you-
Padwin, what monster?
Will you help me hide?
You can hide in my mouth.
But I don't want to hide in your mouth.
What monster, Padwin?
It's bath time.
Yeah, I'll join you with that one, Padwin. I know the
Attempt
best
to drop
hiding spot. I'm going to turn my barrel the right way up, just sit in my barrel and put my lid on.
Can I pretend I'm going to hide him in my beard and attempt to grapple him instead?
Yes, I can hide in the bed. He basically holds up his front paws, ready to be picked up.
Yeah, I attempt to pretend to put him in the beard and then actually just hold him and take him to whoever's trying to battle.
He's just going to carry him and chuck him in the bath.
And Scott appears. There he is! And just like rushes over and just grabs the Padwin from you. No! 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 Help! 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 Well, that took a while. Sheila, in case he goes into the bathroom and joins him. Thank you very much, sir. That was an extremely difficult situation we were in.
I can imagine so.
George.
George looks around. Can I get a stealth check from you?
For some reason I suddenly got teleported all over there.
What you said.
I just said the name George and Daddy said I had to do a stealth check. 23.
And so George is looking around and is like, I don't recall that barrel being there.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, George, do you know someone who may or may not be involved in illegal gladiatory fighting?
He's like, it's you, Master Lizard.
I'm actually a woman.
Madam Lizard then. The Alphas do not officially condone the act of gladiatorium
Sean's
or...
brother is about to fight to the death. We need to go.
Of
Just
course.
pointing at Kashan.
Let me consult with the rest of the Alphas. Please, follow me.
I'm just going to look at Kashan and say, follow him. I'm going to go back in my barrel.
I feel like I'm being led today.
Master
Warrior Frank not joining us.
Master Kashan has a request to make of you, but mistress. So Jen basically comes up from where she was, and yes, where is it?
If you're tired, Maya, go to sleep. It's fine.
I may or may not be participating in the gladiator match tomorrow. And need some sort of insight, perhaps some help getting everybody in.
So she runs her hand through her hair and says, illegal gladiator matches now, is it?
I wouldn't say illegal.
You kind of hired a gladiator, so what did they expect?
Well, for the record, I didn't hire you, Scott did. But I can't be involved in this. I'll get Scott, he'll be able to fill you in. So, but she goes through the door and opens the door to the bathroom. And as the door opens, you just hear a help! And the door closes and it's immediately drowned out. Then the door opens again, help! And closes again. So Scott comes out and he is completely and utterly drenched.
Of course.
I'm going to just hide in
Well.
my barrel very tightly.
Make it quick. So, but I don't know how long they'll be able to hold out.
Do you need a hand at all?
Yes, I need everybody.
I can help.
Okay, go. I'll be with you as soon as I can.
I'm gonna go into the bathroom to help.
Help!
Doesn't somebody have any water spells they can use to chuck water in? I don't. I think mine are all
That was gonna be my plan.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
You can still do it.
Wait, hang on, maybe I won't.
Padwin is on top of this bookshelf up here, and is basically just howling at the top of his voice while Jen is trying to get him down. Katie is just luxuriously relaxing, just on the floor, so watching the whole thing.
I'm gonna kneel in front of Padwin. And I'm gonna go, Padwin, why do we not want a bath?
It's wet.
I know, but baths are important because then you become squeaky clean.
I don't want to be squeaky.
Can I just throw a stinky clown in the room?
No, please don't! No, you'll ruin my plan! How about we play a game, Padwin?
Yeah, well, I like games.
Exactly, okay. So, if you want to win the game, I didn't think of this.
You have to get
In
in
the
the tub.
bathtub, I'm gonna throw a gemstone, like a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw my amethyst in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go, Padwin, to win the game, you must get the amethyst out of the bathtub. Can you do that?
Yes. Well, which bath
Go on,
did you put it into?
Which one did it look like that the bath was gonna go in?
Well, basically there's like small sort of like one person baths here, and then there's like a really big tub here.
The one that looks like there was water in. Like the closest one,
yeah,
I
so that'd be
guess.
that one.
And to win, you have to go properly in, okay? You can't just dip your hand in or your paw in. You have to go fully in. Doesn't that sound like fun? And at the end, I'll give you a prize.
But I'll be wet.
You could just
Or
chuck
do you
into a
want to
fish.
play the game?
But I don't want to be wet.
Just tell him it's that dry water.
Hadwin, have you heard of dry water?
No. What's that?
A pigeon just flew over my head and told me about it. Basically, see this water, and I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna. This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna try to dip my hand in and shake it off quickly so it doesn't look wet. Be like, see, dry water. I put my hand in and it's wet, but I don't come out wet. Why don't you have a try?
How do I cast that spell? 1 second.
Charlotte, give me sleight of hand.
Oh god, why is it always me who does this?
How heavy is Padlin?
Yeah, about 4 pounds.
That's 10.
So I'm just gonna get Maya.
I was gonna say I have an idea of what we could do, but it would be cool.
I have an idea.
You share your idea by pigeon flying over, and I'll share my idea by pigeon flying over.
I was just going to stand at the door and cast Cap out and fling him in.
That's fair. I was gonna use hold person.
Wow.
I can fling him in, and then you can do whole person in the water.
Yes,
so
there we go. Yeah,
in the
that's such a good
water.
idea. Yes.
Right,
We're obviously we're whispering about this.
Padwin into the bath, and then she's using cold water to hold him in the bath.
Okay, so you're going in there as well.
I'm in the doorway because I don't have to physically be touching him to do it.
Okay.
Go on then. Go on, Padwin. Have a go. Touch the dry water. You'll like it. I promise.
Okay. Missy Seb.
So
And then-
go in.
Yes, he's just he steps off the bookcase and cries out Misty Step as he does so, and he teleports into the tub. There! It's wet! It's wet! It's
Hold
wet!
person. Hold person.
Hello!
That means he's trapped there.
He has to do a wisdom save of 14 to beat.
16.
No, it's 19, Bubba.
19. No, there's a 6. There's 6 and a 1.
Yes. But look, see? It's upside down. See? 19. Yeah, so you passed that.
God damn it. I'll still try to hold him in the water. Come on, Padwin, dry water.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, dexterity. Oh, goodness. I'll try the one that gave me a natural 20 roll. Oh, that's a 15?
Okay, so you're able to sort of hold him in your arms. Like, wet! Help, 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 help!
I'm gonna try and like gently pull him into me and then start like massaging his fur to clean it with a bit of soap. Like, it's okay.
Ah, soap! Smelly
And
soap.
then whilst doing it, I'm gonna try to calm him by singing a tale of the gods or something, you know, something pretty to distract him.
Okay, right, so I'll come back
I will
to
not
you.
be demonstrating the song.
I'll come back to you. And yes, you will.
No!
Right, so Scott has basically come into the room with the rest of you, and he's completely soaked, but down his front, and he's like, "Yep, what's up?"
Falling down.
I think Kashan and Liam have just been.
David?
And nothing's popped up.
David?
Have you muted yourself again?
Liam?
David's dead. I killed him.
Okay.
No!
Frank told me to do it.
Oh, what have we said about listening to Frank?
Do it.
No, it's wet.
So, I'll basically just assume that Kashan asks how to get into the gladiatorium, and Scott basically just confirms what you already know. You need to be invited by somebody on the inside. He does have a contact who travels in that circle, but he hasn't been in contact with that person for quite some time. So if you guys are really set on utilising said contact, he's happy to sort of like call in the favour, but it will be the only favour with that guy that he'll be able to call in.
I think we do it. Still?
Right, I'll make the arrangements. The match is for tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
Alright then, I'll talk to my guy, but after bath time.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, so you... Oh, Liam was saying he killed you.
Oh, yeah. That's
We were
exactly
very
right.
upset.
We just
Did
claimed
we?
Scott's only favour with the dude to help get into the match tomorrow.
I'll repay his favour at some point.
Oh wait, you didn't die? Let me try again.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm dead.
As soon as he does it as well.
Okay, so Mariella, can I get a performance check from you, please?
Sure thing you can with my excellent performance skill of +0.
At least it's not minus.
Not anymore, you mean?
I love it.
That is an overall 14.
So Padwin, now like completely soaked, is still struggling like hell to get away from you, and he eventually manages to slip out of your grasp, and he goes straight over to Katie and says, Mummy, save me, save me.
Damn it. My song wasn't good enough.
So Casey basically just cuddles him to her chest and is like, oh, I suppose I'd better do this. And she straightens up and takes the soap from you. So, and then Jen basically turns around and is like, you do realise you should be doing this anyway because you are his mum. I was like, yeah, but I don't like water either.
Can I just catapult him into the bath?
He's now in Katie's arms, so you can try to catapult him, but
No, it's fine. I'm just going to walk away. Slowly back out of the room full of water.
all right. And as you do so, you walk straight into a lumber.
Do I not go under his legs? You've already established I'm shorter than his legs.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think I'd notice.
The question is, do you want to go under his legs?
Oh, that's a question.
Yeah, but there's what did we decide that you had? 12-inch long.
Oh, please don't make me look at my D&D notes for that.
Roughly, yeah, I believe so. It was a big boy.
Oh.
So Scott, during this time, has basically gone into the bedroom and come back, and he's now dry. Is it? Well, it's good that you came back. There's a lot of stuff that we need to plan for.
Like bath times for small cats.
Oh, that and other things. So, tomorrow night will be the full moon. It's when the lycanthropes will be prowling the city. So, but we're going to need to get you guys trained up on how to fight these creatures. I'm assuming none of you have ever fought a werewolf before.
Can't say that I have.
No. Can I just pose a question?
Mm-hmm.
Does that not mean you're going to go batshit crazy?
Oh yes, very much so. Katie as well.
Then why do we want to be near you?
Because you won't be. Me and Casey will find a hole somewhere and put ourselves in it, and the patrolling will be up to you guys. Well, all of you guys.
Well, I suppose we should probably at least know what we're dealing with.
Well, you get started on that. I need to go talk to my contact. And be as quick as I can. Don't kill anything without me.
Don't eat anyone without me.
I make no promises.
Okay, so Jason picks up like a map and just spreads it on the floor. Gets various heavy things like books, boots, a couple of stones to basically hold the corners in place.
Can I wander over and like plonk my barrel on a corner?
Sure.
And I just sit and look over the edge of the barrel.
Sure. So, this is. This is the city of Northwick. We're obviously here, but we're going to be splitting up into 3 teams. But me and Clarissa are going to take one part of the city, Sick and Jen another, and then you lot will take the other part. But we basically need somebody inside the city, somebody patrolling the southernmost part, and then somebody controlling the northernmost part. So, which part do you guys want?
Any thoughts, guys? I'll with that insight.
In the city?
So Torton is posed inside the city.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, so a lot of ground to cover, but you need to be careful of prowlers in the streets, hiding behind buildings or even on top of buildings. So there's a lot that we need to catch you up on.
Okay.
Well, we'll wait for Scott to come back and for bath time to be over, and then we'll set up in the yard and start training. But until then, lunch. You go straight into the kitchen.
Love that plan. Well, Lumber just ate some pigeons, so I'm sure he could eat some proper food.
Yes.
Not that he has a problem with pigeon.
So,
I can't say that I noticed what it was.
so about half an hour later, Padwin comes slinking out, and he is basically just a massive ball of fluff.
The cat just fell down the stairs.
So Katie comes out and she's looking a bit dejected, because her hair got wet as well. Jen is just completely exhausted and just crashes out on the sofa.
Can I just walk over and like light a little fireball in my hand? And
Yeah,
just
sure.
sort of sit near Katie, but sort of like try not to set her hair on fire.
So Padwin comes over. Ooh, I like fire.
I'm gonna try and keep it as high as I can out of the way. Or like be in my mouth so he thinks I'm gonna eat him.
Okay, so basically an hour passes unless anybody wants to do anything.
No, I'm fine, I'm just heating up.
Can I spend that hour time tuning to my new belt?
So what was that?
Can I spend that hour of time tuning to my new belt?
I still can't hear you. You're coming in very quietly.
Oh,
Shooting to his belt.
tuning to my new belt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To...
Might not help because mine's sitting in that.
Yeah. But yeah, in that regard, everybody should have a magical item. That Scott gave in the previous session. So Marilla, you have your amulet of
Yes.
health, I believe. So yes, you can all attune to those.
I have lots of things.
You got your wand of lightning bolts.
And I wasn't sure there's a couple of things that I seem to have accumulated.
Mm-hmm.
Got someone's staff. And a-
Yes.
Oh yeah, we gave some things from.
McKelly.
Oh my god, my health goes up so much when I wear this.
How much health do you have now?
I go from 51 to 72.
We have almost as much health as I do. What is this witchcraft?
Well, her constitution is now at 19.
Yep.
You what?
You're the tank then, yeah?
I got a +1 for my.
Well, if I'm gonna be a tanky cleric, it should be good if I don't go down and have to heal myself.
True, true.
She's the strong one. She's the tank. Starting to feel ill-equipped.
I'm just not very intelligent, or charismatic, or dexterous.
Well. Yep, that's fine.
At least I got beans.
Yeah,
Hey.
so you can spend like some time tactically practicing your fearsome throwing of these beans.
I'm just gonna wave my stick around.
Do you want to go into the yard and practice one?
Question about the beans, actually. Is it an item that has to replenish after rests or after time, or is it a unlimited bag of magical beans?
Well, you got 3d4, so if you want to roll that.
3d4, got ya. 5.
Okay, so you got 5 beans in there.
No, that was not a good roll, was it? Okay, 5 beans, okay.
So you can test one out in the yard if you want.
Way to
Should I
reply.
do that?
It's up to you.
I'm asking for a general consensus,
Yeah.
given the possibility of what the beans can do.
What can the beans do?
A lot of things.
Should I just it would take too long for me to say. Should I just use one and we'll find out?
Find
Yeah.
out in a fight.
Yes.
Right,
Do
okay.
it.
It was a D100, wasn't it?
Yep.
Let's have a look. Right, okay, so I rolled a 57.
57, okay. Right, so... where is it? So bear with me, I forgot to do the token for it. So.
Forgot how I was looking at the list of
It's in your item list, I think. I think you click on the item and it gives you a breakdown.
you can click on the item. Okay, so a 57 would give me a 1d4 plus 8 bright pink toad crawls forth. Whenever the toad is touched, it transforms into a large or small monster of Matt's choice. The monster remains for 1 minute, then disappears in a puff of bright pink smoke.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, roll 1d4.
So, d4. It's a 4.
Okay, so 12 toads appear in the yard. So, and Padman has come out to watch you do this as well.
Warning, you might want to not touch the toads.
Okay, I'll just use these toadstools for now. Ooh, what are they?
Why don't you touch one and find out?
Ooh, okay.
I definitely want to touch one too.
Are all of you in the yard, by the way?
Yep. I am
Yes.
100% in the yard. I am definitely. I'm going to touch this one over here.
Okay, so that one. Gave me one moment. Where's he gone? Okay, so that one transforms into a griffin.
Cool.
Oh.
The one that Padwin touched is going to turn into a treant. So basically causing quite a commotion in the yard because all the horses are suddenly getting freaked out.
You see, there's not a lot of room in the yard for how big these creatures are gonna get.
What do you do?
Okay, so the treant is going to let out this booming roar and is going to take a swipe at you, Olumba.
Oh god.
Can I attempt to tame the griffin?
Okay, well, first off, it's going to attack Olumba. So. Does a 14 hit you?
Oh, no, it does not.
Okay. And does. I take it 26 does.
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 11 bludgeoning damage from this swipe.
Oh, nice. Worth it.
I just said it.
Okay, so do you guys want to fight this thing?
If we don't, what is the outcome? What if we leave it?
Well, this thing has hostile intent towards you, so so if you basically walk away, it'll probably chase after you.
Oh.
That's a monster tree.
So is it the griffin or the tree?
The tree. The griffin is just sort of sitting there, just looking confused.
How did the griffin get there?
If you touch one of the toads, it turns into a monster.
Toads? Oh, toadstools.
No, they're toadstools, but they're toads.
And it turns into monsters.
Yes.
And they'll have faces like that.
Yes.
Like that face.
Yes.
It's in a funny needle. That face is in a
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Do you think we should attack it?
I want to try and be friends with the griffin.
Okay, so
Why did you throw it in the tiny garden?
Kashan, if you want to do an animal handling on the treant, or is it the griffin you want?
No, the griffin. I'm ignoring the tree. That's a tactical.
Okay.
That is a 21. Oh, sorry, 19. It's a minus one. And I rolled a nat 20.
Okay,
So
so
19.
so the griffin appears to appreciate the comfort that you're giving it by stroking its head, and then it flaps its wings somewhat to give itself some space, and just sort of canters over here where it feels it's got more space, and in doing so, it steps on this toad, which turns into
Oh, damn it.
where was it? A giant spider.
Oh no.
Can I have followed the griffin?
Okay, so yes, you can, but as you're catching up to it, the giant spider is now in your way. So it basically sees you and is going to make an attack against you.
I will take the attack and I will fight it back.
So I'm guessing the griffin is just trying to leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Japan. I'm falling off.
Does 22 hit you?
It does.
Okay.
Oh, bless you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, guys.
So that's
Actually, I'll let the
Appreciate the
cleric
blessing.
bless you. She might give you some bonus points.
okay. So that's 9 points of piercing damage from the bite, and then And then 7 points of poison damage from its venom.
I'm sorry, what? How much?
7.
Okay. So what's that in total? 60? You say 9?
16, yeah.
And none of the alpha's going to come and help us.
Right, Maya, you need to stop doing that, okay? Are you in the yard as well?
Yeah, like I say, I was moving it because I had iron on my lap. It was quite hard.
Okay, so George comes out and is oh dear, this is going to ruin the upholstery, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean, George.
And Connor is doing his best to just keep the horses under control. But it gets to the point that the alicorn tries flying away.
I can see it away, but I want to see it.
Okay, guys, can you roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, God.
That is a 20 for me.
Initiative.
That's a 6 from me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1.
Oh no!
Do you add anything to your initiative?
No.
So,
Just 1.
Marilla, what did you get?
6.
Kashan?
That's very kind of you.
I got 20.
I got a 20.
Oh,
as well.
good for you.
Okay, so Kashan told him, can I get you to roll again?
So, you know,
Rollies.
It's because it's well past your bedtime. I got 20 again.
I got 9. I got 9 the second time.
Cool. Right. Right, sorry, give me a minute, because initiative is being stupid.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay,
No.
let's try that again. Right.
What is that massive one in the middle?
Tree?
Yeah,
Tree?
Treant, yeah.
That is a thing of nightmares.
Good old tree beard. But, yeah.
That is a picture of a tree that Natalie took whenever we were on our honeymoon.
That is
Oh, wow.
terrifying.
It was a pretty cool tree though.
Very
Yeah,
cool tree.
it just looks terrifying.
That's why we took a picture of it. It
Alright.
reminded me of a tree ant from Lord of the Rings.
Love that.
Okay, so Tordum, you're up first.
It's not real.
No, I just saw it on his face.
Okay, but it's not real. Let's all pretend, okay?
Yeah, already. Look at that eagle.
Griffin.
No, that man's head and that one's look like an eagle.
Yes, it is.
You're up.
Oh, okay, sorry. She was trying to describe the eagle. I guess I'm gonna just. Where is it? I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Mm-hmm.
Mommy,
on.
Mommy, when I was at Murphy, I have it with a
Maya, quiet, please. Shush.
So I'm gonna cast it first because I can do multiple. I can do 3 bursts. Doesn't have to be the same creature. A 19.
So what are you doing?
I'm doing Scorching Ray. I'm
Mhm.
firing at tree.
Yep.
I got a 19 to hit.
A tree?
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay, so it could take 3 lots of damage.
Mommy,
So 11.
yesterday, there was a little boy for a little bit of sand in my eye.
Right.
The day there was a little bit of sand in my eye.
26 points of, I think it's fire damage.
Mommy, Mommy, I'm sorry.
Yes, I heard you.
My eye, a little bit sand in my eye.
Yeah, fire damage.
Okay, so how much in total?
25.
Okay, so obviously with it being a tree, it is hit by this fire and just screams out in pain as it takes a lot of damage as a result of this. Unfortunately, this thing is being stupid, and there we go.
Yes, it's fine.
Yeah, so it takes a massive chunk out of its side, and it lets out this howl of pain as part of it is set on fire. Is that your...
Yeah,
Alright.
can't do anything else. Only get one attack.
Okay. Kashan, you're up.
You don't attack
Okay.
the-
I'm
I did. I
gonna
set the tree on
retaliate against this spider.
fire to make it go away.
Swinging at it with my great axe.
No, it's a good thing. The monster tree is attacking us, so I set it on fire to make it go away.
All three of us are 13.
Yeah.
That is.
I'm a very good sister.
I
He's a very good sister.
assume a 22 hits.
Yep, that hits.
He's a very good mom for me, Mommy.
Daddy said you're sitting up.
16 damage on the first hit.
16, yep.
Yep. And then 24 for the second hit.
Yep.
And an extra 12 damage on that one.
Okay, you've killed it.
Nice. Can I scavenge any materials?
We're still in combat at the minute, so
I know, but I really just want to play with the griffin.
Hope the griffin bites you.
The griffin is my friend, okay?
Oh, okay.
You keep trying to make
consistently
friends
are
with these people.
It's a griffin. How often am I going to get to make friends with a griffin?
alright.
It's
But
not bad enough he's got a pet kraken in sushi. He now wants a pet griffin. Poor Dave the horse is going to feel so left out.
Well, that's the horse's fault, really.
okay, so you're going after the griffin, are you?
I mean, I'm not. No, do you want to stay and help with the tree yet?
Okay. So
I'm gonna move over to this side. So I'm gonna move like a little bit over, and I'm gonna, if the situation occurs where I'm needed, then I'll stay and help with the tree.
okay. So the tree ant is going to attack a lumber. So,
Why it was me?
Because you're the only one in combat with it.
I was your creator.
Is that
Also
what you're
you
going to
can-
shout out? But I'm your creator! Your hand comes down to smush you or something.
Okay, so 2 attacks.
Can I just say, this was all you guys' crazy idea. This is normally what I do.
Okay, so I take it a 22 hits you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's a hit and a crit.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so
Oh no.
3Ds. Okay, so that's 19 on the normal attack,
Uh-huh.
and then the crit is 18.
What? And that... Oh, my God. And that's separate
How are you
damage.
looking?
Oh, my goodness.
How are you looking?
I mean, I'm still okay. But, like, I could be
Are
better.
you under ha?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can help you.
Okay, right. Alright, so Miranda, you're up.
Okay, first of all, straight to you. You go back up to half health using Channel Divinity Preserve Life. Yeah.
Let's do some
Yay!
mathematics.
Then
I do need to wear that.
we want to kill. Do we want to kill these?
Yes.
All of these. Okay. That will change on how I progress then. And then, what do I have as bonus action? Oh goodness.
Because the spider's squished.
I don't feel like this is worth calling down a spiritual guardian or a weapon. Oh god, I don't have many bonus actions other than healing people and summoning celestial beings.
Isn't Channel Divinity a free action though?
No, it's an action.
Oh, okay. What's the
I
thing
know,
that you have that's a free action then?
Yeah, it says as an action, you can restore up to 30 HP.
Fair enough.
I know, I thought it was a free action.
Hmm.
And then bonus action, I will cast
Something.
Shield of Faith on you, and you get a +2 to your AC.
That's probably a good thing.
Thanks.
There you go, you get a +2 to your AC, mate.
Love that.
And that's my go.
Okay. So now it's Frank's turn. However, none of you gave him instructions to leave the hallway. So that's basically where he still is. And, so, Alumber, it's now your turn.
I mean, yeah. I guess if my initiative wasn't so low, I could have told him to do something. I kind of just want to be like really reckless and use another bean to combat the bean that I've already threw.
Okay. Bear in mind, you only have 4 of these left.
will I get them back at any point or no? Once
I'll,
they're gone, are they
I'll
gone?
say for the for making this worthwhile, yes, but you will need to go through something in order for that to happen.
I love that.
I'm gonna use another bean to combat the bean. Right. Okay.
And flavor.
Bag of beans. Let's get them out.
This can only possibly go well, right?
Okay, so so I got a 77. Let's have a look. Right. Okay.
A fruit tree grows. It has 1d10 plus 20 fruit. 1d8 of which acts as a randomly determined magical potion, while 1 acts as ingestible poison of the DM's choice. The tree vanishes after an hour. Picked fruit remains retaining any magic for 30 days.
Oh.
Do we pick all of the fruit?
How are you feeling?
Hi.
Yeah, well, let me roll a d10 and we'll see how much fruit we get. Yeah, so I roll a 7, so we get 27 pieces of fruit.
Okay, and then... Okay... Right, let me just bring up the magical potion list.
I love this. I love this so much.
Honestly, a lot less reckless than it could have potentially been.
Lady made the best call into this.
Okay, right, so but the tree is there, that's one of your actions, so what do you want to do with the other one?
Use another feat. No, I'm joking. Okay, so let's actually attack the tree, shall we? So let me go back to Leo. A 23, will that hit the tree?
Yep. So what are you hitting it with?
I'm gonna swing my warhammer at him.
Sure.
Get him.
And that would be for 8 damage.
Okay. Are you raging as well?
I didn't know if I could with throwing the bean. I don't know how that works with bonuses. and-
Going into a rage
Sarah?
is a bonus action. You see you have 2 actions and then a bonus action.
Yeah, okay, well I will then. Just to try and avoid it. Some damage from the next hit.
Yeah.
Let's say yes. So then I will apply my Divine Fury as well
Mm-hmm.
for an additional 5.
Why to me?
Okay, so the hits against it, the physical hits with your hammer, they don't appear to have done anything. Yeah, it doesn't. You can feel that there was an impact, but it doesn't seem particularly perturbed by it. However, the power summoned by your from your zealotness, that has done something to it.
Nice.
Okay. So my thing's suddenly crapping up. Okay, so back to the top of the list is Tordum. But before you take your turn, Padwin is a bit runs up to the griffin. Is like, hey, I could be a griffin too.
Oh no.
That can only possibly end well, right?
That's sarcasm, right? Please say right. Oh no.
Nope.
That's
This
terrifying.
is a miniature version.
Okay, so Tordum, you're up.
Right, can I just throw firebolt at it?
Sure.
The same thing I've been fighting. 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So most of the sounds randomly turned up on my laptop. 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage, okay. Does it catch fire as well? Or?
It just says you have a mote of fire at it.
Okay.
On a hit, targets or any flammable object hit by spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Okay, sure. Okay, Kashan, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, is it an action to pick a fruit from the tree?
I'll say for the point of keeping it fair, yes.
Alright, cool. That seems worth. I'm gonna go pick a fruit and eat it.
Okay, so give me sleight of hand, and whatever that is will be how many fruit you pick.
6.
Okay, so you get 6 pieces of fruit. Right. So bear with me, I've forgotten how percentile dice work.
Just like that.
Right, okay. Okay, so one of the... Right, so basically this thing has... it's not a fruit that you've ever seen before. It's sort of like a cross between an apple and an orange.
Cool.
So it basically looks like an orange, but it's got the hardness of an apple to it. And so you pick... Sorry, how many did you say you pick?
6.
Okay, so you pick 6 of these, and all but one of them but just appear to be fruit. They don't have any magical purposes to them. I'm assuming you're just picking them, you're not actually eating them.
Yes, at the moment I'm just picking.
Yep. So, so in that case, all of them just have... they just appear to be fruit. They don't have any magical properties to them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of your actions. So what would you like to do with your next?
I'm also going to take a swing at the tree end.
Okay.
It seems to be giving a lumbar a hard time, and I feel like that's my job.
Yeah, just a bit.
I'm assuming I have 28 hits.
Yep.
And that is 17 damage.
17 slashing damage, yeah?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in doing so, you slash off one of its tree branch arms, and it lets out another yelp of pain.
Love that.
Alright. It's not looking particularly healthy either, so it's... it's been singed, battered, and slashed off, and is looking decidedly quite weak. So, right, so it's the tree ant's turn, and with its remaining arm, it's going to attempt another attack on a lumber. Does a 21 hit you? A lumber?
Yes, it does.
Yep. Alright, so. Okay, and that's 14 points of bludgeoning damage, so half that because you're raging, 7 points.
7's more manageable.
That seems
Seven?
much more reasonable.
Very.
Alright.
It's but a scratch.
And Marilla is on. It's your turn.
Okie dokie. I am going to fire a whatever it's called. A sacred flame, I think. No, I'm not. I'm gonna send a firebolt at the tree end.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm rolling really crappy tonight. Does a 13 hit?
I'm afraid not.
Gosh damn it.
She meant plonk.
Bonus action. I don't have many attacky spells for bonus actions.
Send help. Oh, he doesn't attack much.
Bonus action. I really don't want to bring my spiritual weapon down. I don't feel like this is worth it. Or is it?
I mean, realistically, we can take a rest before we do anything else. We're currently causing a lot of commotion.
Bonus action. I mean, we're not going to the gladiator ring till tomorrow, right?
True. We're also not fighting
Oh.
the Lycans ropes till tomorrow.
Ah, we're gonna die tomorrow then. Bonus action, spiritual
Ooh.
weapon at second level, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And can it go next to the tree end? Yeah, perfect.
Can I attack on the turn that it's summoned?
I don't know. Let me have a look what it says. I can't remember. I've forgotten how to play D&D.
So have I, to be honest.
Wait, you mean we're not playing, Jin?
It doesn't say. When you cast a spell, you can make. Oh, when you cast a spell, you can make a melee attack.
Okay, so yeah,
So,
you can.
yes.
You can.
God, I've not played D&D for like a month. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, finally. And that is 6 points of radiant of force damage.
Sure.
Oh, I wasn't meant to roll dice.
Okay. So, okay, because Frank still hasn't received any instructions to the contrary, he's still just sitting in the corridor. So,
Oh,
Alumber,
damn
it's your
it.
turn.
You really need to do better with that.
Oh, fucking rank. You know what? You can stay there. Don't eat him. Don't want him. Don't eat him. I'm gonna go all into this tree. I'm gonna try and use my javelin of lightning and pierce it.
Careful of the horses behind it.
I was about to say, yeah, because the lightning basically travels in a line from where you cast it.
Is it directly behind the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Maybe not then. Ah, okay. Well, a normal javelin then.
Sure.
I got a 23 to hit,
Yeah, it hits.
and I'm gonna pierce him for 9 damage.
Okay. As you pierce it, the spear actually sort of like is rebuffed by its bark skin, you take a chunk of it out, but you don't actually pierce it. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Can I apply my Divine Fury to that attack?
Sure.
Hit some necrotic damage in there. That's a 9 damage there.
Okay. Okay, and for your second attack.
For my second attack, I'm gonna go up and headbutt it with my spiked helmet.
Okay, there'll be a bonus action attack, so you do still have a second main weapon attack if you want.
Okay. I assume I can't use the same javelin again if I've thrown it at it, right? Or can I
No.
go and use rip it back out? Just because my warhammer didn't do anything. An unarmed strike, I guess I'll use. I'll punch him.
Just punch a tree in the face.
Just punch him. Yeah, just punch him right in the bark.
Okay.
I got a 23 to hit. So that's just standard 5 damage.
Alright.
You really does get Midnight Beast vibes from that.
Okay, so now you're using your spiked helmet.
Spiked helmet, yeah. I rolled a 20 to hit for the spiked helmet.
Yeah, a hit.
Oh, brilliant. For 7 damage. Big headbutt.
Bloody brilliant.
Bloody brilliant.
Alright. So you chipped away quite a bit of the bark to reveal sort of like the wood inside. The treant is looking very unhealthy at this point. So back to the top of the round. Nat, you're up.
Can I do firebolt again?
Yep.
Like the same thing? Sorry, the medication's kicking in a little bit now.
Sure. No way to
15
roll.
to hit.
Is that plus anything?
That's plus everything.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
Okay, then no. Tom just sits there and contemplates the perks of burning a tree. And the fact that last time I burned down a tree, maybe I shouldn't because I got told off.
Okay,
I like to
so
use the flame.
okay, Kashan, you're up.
Do any of the fruit I've picked look outside of being normal fruit?
Give me investigation.
Cheeky investigate. Investigation is also plus 0. 14.
Okay, one of them does appear to be slightly different, but as far as you can tell, these just look like odd fruit. Like you've never seen fruit like this before, but they seem normal.
I'm gonna try and take a bite out of the one that looks different.
Okay, can I get a Constitution save from you, please?
Oh, damn it. Constitution save. I have plus 8. My con save 25.
Okay, you can feel that this fruit was poisonous, but you've managed to resist it, so you aren't. So you haven't suffered any poisonous effects.
Worth a try. I'm gonna tell the lumber that his fruit isn't so tasty, and I'm gonna take a swing at the tree.
Okay.
You are welcome.
That's a 19 hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Another 16 damage.
Alright. Okay. Now it's the tree ant's turn, so he is going to again attack a lumber with his one arm.
Seems reasonable.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah, it does. This is bullion.
You summoned it.
I mean, I summoned a frog. That
Okay,
turned into
so
a tree.
that's 8 damage, half to 4 for you.
I see.
Okay, so Marilla, now it's your turn.
Okay. First of all, again, we'll try with a firebolt
Mm-hmm.
at the tree end.
Yep.
Oh, 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Let's go.
And it's one of these. That is 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. Describe the kill.
It's this plume of blue fire that strikes out, and it just sort of hits it in the face and engulfs it in fire.
So Padwin the Griffin flies over. He's like, oh, I like fire, I like fire, I like fire.
No, Padwin.
And he flies over and sits on the dead tree and says, I like fire, I like fire. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. And flies off, landing in a small heap in front of you.
Padwin, you're a little idiot sometimes.
I don't know what an idiot is.
I think he's just special.
He is special.
Yes, I'm special. I'm a griffin.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, so well done. You've managed to kill this tree ant and spider that got summoned.
Wonder who did that.
And you've earned yourself 1,300 XP.
Ooh.
See, there we go. You're very welcome.
So during all of
1,300.
1,300. So Connor has managed to grab hold of the alicorn and has managed to is trying to wrestle put him back to the ground. So does anyone want to help with that?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll help.
Can I get an animal handling from you?
Yes, sir. It is a good job I have advantage on animal handling checks, because otherwise that would have been a 3. Instead, it's a 9.
Is that what?
9.
Yeah, unfortunately you're not really helping matters.
Yep. That tracks.
Okay, let's roll Connor's. Oh, lovely. He got a natural 20. So he's able to pull the alicorn down and attach it and attach the reins to the wall and then calm the alicorn down. So he nods his thanks to you anyway and so please don't do that again. He goes over to Olumba.
Why? I thought that was perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, you're not the one who's going to have to be cleaning up the horse shed later.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
So Padwin has spotted this tree and so oh, is this a tree ant?
No.
Oh, can I pick an apple?
No.
But I want to pick an apple.
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Why not?
Because it might be poisonous.
No. Why is it here if it's poisonous then?
It's not all poison.
Can I have a not poison one?
Can I give him one of the fruit that looks okay?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll give him one of those fruit.
It's he bites into it and immediately turns invisible.
Oh god, I picked 6 fruit and 5 of them were magical potions. One was poison, why? I shout my apologies to Katie and
But then you hear a spitting noise. He spits it out and he's like, I don't like it, and he reappears.
okay, well that's fine. I am. Can I investigate the tree and gather the remaining fruits?
Okay. Give me sleight of hand again, please.
Okay. This one was a 9.
Okay, so you gained 9 more pieces of fruit.
Can I attempt to identify if any of them are poisoned?
Okay, give me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, Arcana. I'm not an Arcana person. I lied, I am an Arcana person. That's a 17.
Okay, you can actually see that the one that Padwin has bitten into had these minuscule black spots on it, where the other ones don't. And you can see that there's 2 more. Basically, the one that he's bitten into, and then another one that has this black spots about them.
Okay. What about the one that I bit you? That was bad. Can I identify anything with that? That can help us identify which ones are not good.
Okay, it looks perfectly normal on the outside. However, on the inside, where the fruit that Padwin bit into is like a sort of like yellowish color, your one is a green.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So George is basically standing in the doorway and says, might I suggest that we go back inside, sir, before any more magical creatures pop out of the ground?
Yeah, that might be for the best, George.
Okay, so you all head back inside. Padwin just sort of glides through the air. The griffin is just tending to itself, and but then after a minute or so, it then just simply pops. There's a popping sound, and it just simply disappears, as does the toadstool.
Cool. Is anyone else picking any of these fruit?
I'd like to pick up 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm going to take some fruit, like.
Okay, so can I get sleight of hand from both of you, please?
We.
Oh, that's pretty good for me for once.
Oh, 7.
An unnatural 20.
Okay, so you guys managed to pick all of the fruit that is left. Marilla, you have so 1 minute. I'm doing all this from memory, so bear with me.
We had 27 in total, so there should be 12 left. I think it's 6.
Okay, so there's 5 more pieces of fruit that have these black pips on them, and the rest are just standard oranges. So so if you want to do Arcana on those 5 pieces of fruit.
Yes, please. What is my Arcana? That is a 17.
Okay, so you sort of put 2 and 2 together, and you realise that these basically are the fruits that make potions of invisibility.
Nice. I would like to bag a couple of these.
Yeah, so Kashan, you have 2 potions of invisibility, and Marilla, you have 5.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So, how many of the bad fruit do we have?
Just 1.
Okay.
And the rest are just the standard hardened oranges. So altogether make 27 fruit.
Do the standard oranges have any good or bad properties?
They just count as food, so you can add them to your ration list if you want.
Cool.
Okay,
It
so
could be useful.
you head back into the alpha base, and everybody is just sort of sitting around, not perturbed by what's just happened at all. To the point that Jason is basically just sitting on the chair, eating a massive piece of meat, and basically just says, "Who killed it?"
You're gonna have to be more specific as to what.
The tree. Who killed it?
That'll be Marilla.
Hi. I
So-
firebolted it.
So Jason rolls his eyes and puts 5 gold into Jen's hand.
Wait, you bet on me?
Of course we did. Well, she bet on you. I caught her bet.
Huh. Thank you. You're my favourite. Not that I have favourites.
She definitely has favorites.
100% have favourites.
None of us have favorites.
Clarissa just sort of holds up her hands. Technically speaking, I bet that none of you died, but yeah, no, I don't see anybody giving me money.
That's kind of boring.
True.
I need you to pop my finger out for me.
So after like a moment of the alphas arguing about this, Scott comes in from behind you and says, "Why is there a dead tree and spider in my garden?"
If it makes it better.
And I point to Kashan and say it was him.
Whoa, that wasn't me.
Yeah, second that.
Yeah, it was Kashan.
Give me
Wait.
deception, both of you.
Is that a deception check?
Yes, please.
Oh no. Can't you just say I'm really good at bluffing and I don't have to roll? Oh dear. It's not good is the answer.
So what
I
was it?
don't think it was a free.
Okay, so and Limbo, what did you get?
What did I get? 7.
Okay, so Scott basically just looks at both of you and this is magic. It was a bag of beans, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bag of beans.
He just sort
Might
of
have
rolls just sort of rolls his eyes and says, "Well, be sure to dig them back up so you can get them back."
Oh, will do.
This was fun.
Well, if you're finished gallivanting about, I've spoken to my contacts. They'll do what they can to get you into the gladiatorium. They can only help you get inside. Once you're inside, you're on your own.
That's fine.
All right. Well, hopefully there won't be any more excitement today, unless, of course, you decide to plant some more. There's a knocking at the door. George immediately goes off to to answer it. And bearing in mind that Frank is still just standing aimlessly in the corridor.
Yeah, you can keep doing that.
You need to give him like a stand in order to just always follow.
I mean, do you think you'll listen to that?
He listens to you.
Okay,
Yes.
Frank, unless I say otherwise, always stand by my side. Don't
So-
do anything, but
so
stand there.
So Frank, you can't see him in the corridor, but Frank just appears next to you.
Fine.
But he's standing really, really close to you.
You may
That's
have
fine.
messed up there.
I'm good with that. As long as he's there.
Okay, so you can hear from the corridor. You can hear the sounds of wood tapping on wood, and after like a good few minutes, George basically comes through, and he's leading an elf, who is using a walking stick as in order to see where she's going. The Lady Darcy Zimbella.
You know what?
Can you guys give me a history check?
Oh God.
18.
And
10.
Okay. Kashan, you recognise this as the blind tattooist who did your alpha mark.
Nice. I bow.
Ah, good. It's good that you're here. But let's just say, with your recent accomplishments, I've decided that you guys have moved up in rank, and as a result, Darcy is going to upgrade your alpha mark.
Ooh. What's exciting?
And so, Darcy basically comes over and says, well, it's been a long journey, so before I get to work, can we arrange some sort of place where I can wash the smell of horse off me? And George says, of course, madam, please follow me. And he takes her arm and guides her into into the bathroom, and then comes back out again. So, do you guys want to take a short rest while she's doing that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm going to retrieve my beans.
Okay, so you planted one bean. And how long are you guys going to be resting for?
Well.
However long it takes, I suppose.
Okay, so the minimum that I do is half an hour.
Yeah, that works for me.
Sure, does anyone want to use any hit die or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to use a couple. 7, 4 plus 8. Oh, I'm back to 4. That's nice.
Okay, so as you're taking your short rest, Kashan, I'm assuming you have something to eat and you're putting the apples into your bag. You come across a small jar or something, which you remember that you discovered in a chest in Aquaveda, but you somewhat forgot about. You didn't actually work out what it does.
Oh, wait, what? Sorry? I've got a jar of stuff? Is it in the bed?
No, it's in your bag.
Oh, okay. I don't actually have this written down. Okay. Can I investigate it in that case then?
Yeah, sure.
Just a normal investigate, or is it like an arcana thing? Or?
Yeah, normal investigation if you want.
Normal investigation is a flat 50.
Right, bear with me. Okay, so now that you've it's been sitting around in your bag a bit, you're able to sort of like get the dirt off of the label, as it were. It's basically a glass jar, and it's got like sort of like fabric seal attached to it, which is basically being held in place with rope, which is then waxed to the jar, and you can basically see that it's some sort of ointment, and the label basically reads, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, Kiotum's ointment.
Kiotum's ointment.
And then in smaller text underneath, Balm de Kiotum.
Okay. Do I know what that does?
Okay, so now that you have the name of it, now you can do an Arcana check on it.
Alright, cool. I get advantage on Arcana actually. 16.
Okay. But this isn't necessarily like a particularly rare item. However, it is highly sought after in the higher circles. And basically, this is sort of elixir of lifestyle ointment. In a cosmetic capacity, it can make someone look like younger with a single use, like anti-wrinkle cream, that sort of thing. But if you're not using it for that, and you're using it and you apply it to a wound, then it can basically give hit points back, and it also cures poisons, diseases, and infections.
Cool.
And then in a mechanical point, if you decide to use an action to either ingest or apply to a wound, you recover 2d8 plus 2 hit points.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How many doses do I have?
1d4 plus 5. Can you roll me a d4, please?
Certainly can. If I can avoid dropping my d4. 3.
Okay, so there's 4 doses in there.
Cool. I'm assuming if I search ointment, I find this thing.
Keoghtom.
Hey, key. Yeah, how? What? Yeah, we'll go with Keaton. Cool. Ointment. Nice. Alright, guys, I got some heals too. Just in case. I'm never going to remember this.
You've already forgotten it once.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so after about half an hour, Zimbella comes out, and she's basically just tapping away at her with her stick, trying to see the way. So, yeah, I've brought my Hearthstone tools. This is probably going to take a little while, as this is more advanced magic I'll be using. But who's first?
Did I go first last time?
I think you did, yes.
I think it feels fitting, I might as well.
Okay, so she basically takes you over to this chair. You had yours on your chest, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so she then sort of gets to work with the tattoo. You notice that, like, unlike before, she's not using a sort of textbook or anything. She's basically just got like the chisel, which is dabbed with ink, and then the small hammer, and she's basically just working the tattoo that she's already done.
Cool.
And then Scott basically says to the rest of you is that, well, while she's doing that, might as well step outside and we can do some training.
Let's go.
So Clarissa, Jen, and Jason are going to... Actually, all of them are going to come out so they can watch. And Padwin is going to turn into... 18... Oh, okay. Right.
How many forms does this cat have?
Okay, so he basically sits down on the spot and then transforms into a skull.
Just a skull?
Just a skull.
It's not flaming or flying around. Or...
I'm a skull.
Just a talking skull.
Yes, I'm a talking skull. I'm supposed to be a talking floating skull, but I don't know how to float. Are you a skull?
I have a skull.
Alex goes.
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Okay, so the skull basically steps out into the green and is like, the first thing you want to know about werewolves is they hunt in packs. One will attract your attention, be very up in your face, and while you're doing that, another will come up from behind you or at your flank. So always be vigilant. Don't allow yourselves to be separated from the group. Always sort of remain in a circle, and above all, don't go for the obvious attack.
Yes, sir.
Werewolves can see in the dark. I know some of you can, but not all of you can. So in order to be able to fight these things, you'll need to learn how to fight blind. Who wants to go first?
I assume I can see, well, at least a little bit in the dark.
Yeah, I think you got dark vision.
I have 60 feet of dark vision, yeah.
Mhm.
So, haha, I'm okay.
Okay. But does that specify magical darkness as well, or just darkness?
I'll have a look. Um, it doesn't specify.
Okay.
Um,
So I'll assume that just means normal darkness then, because normally if it does have magical darkness included in that, it usually says.
it just says can see darkness as if it were dim light up to 60 feet.
Yeah, so I'll just assume that's normal darkness. So Scott basically pulls out a bead from his belt and throws it down on the ground, and he's just engulfed in this black cloud, which completely obscures him.
Oh, he's got magical beans too.
Man's got magic hands.
And so from inside, you just hear his voice, and it's like, whoever's first, come into the darkness.
I'll volunteer. Let's go.
Alright. Is the shield of faith still on, Marilla?
No, it will have gone.
Okay. Okay, so you step into the darkness limbo, and normally you can see in the dark, but with this you can't. It's just complete blackness, you just cannot see anything. And then, out of nowhere, you get punched 3 times.
Nice. Does since I commanded Frank to stay right next to me, is he coming?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, all 3 of those hit, so you take 15 damage. Okay.
I'm gonna just like hold Frank up in front of me and like absorb some hits that I can't see coming, or at least attempt to.
Okay. So, do you want to attempt to fight back?
Y- yes.
Okay.
Maybe
Alright,
Mine's
so
already,
what are you going to try and attack with?
Frank.
You're just going to pick Frank up and just swing him around?
I'm just gonna hold him by his ankles and just like spin around in a circle. See if I can't cover some radius of darkness to hit some things.
Okay, so I'll just say that's a Warhammer then. So if you want to make a Warhammer attack?
Okay, do I have to like roll to hit?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Oh, Jesus. 11 then.
Okay. Right, so you didn't hit. So that's your first attack. So do you want to try a second?
I'll try again, yeah. Oh, bloody 12.
Okay, unfortunately that doesn't hit either. Pip. So you hear Pip. You hear Scott's voice basically say, inventive, but unfortunately no. And the black cloud just suddenly disappears, and you can see that the darkness basically just being sucked into Scott's hand, and it basically forms a bead, which he then puts back in his pocket. Best way to fight werewolves is to learn how to fight blind. You did good. Who's next?
Head back. What?
Do you want me to go, or?
We can montage through this if you want.
Yeah, I before I go into the dock, I'm just gonna like let Lyria guide me, and sort of try to be ready.
Okay, so I'll basically just montage to the end of the day then. So so Scott basically conjures up darkness and invites each of you to join him in there, and basically attacks you while you're in the darkness and you have a chance to attack him. So can I get proficiency rolls from perception rolls from each of you? You too, Kashan.
Yeah.
Is that including me since I did my trial, or?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
16 for me.
What are we rolling, sorry?
Perception.
Perception. A day of mediocre rolls, 12.
I know, same here. That is a 13 from me. No, a 12 from me as well.
Okay. Right, so bear with me. I'm just adding some customization to you guys. So you guys may need to so one sec, refresh your page in a minute. Okay, if you all want to refresh your pages on D&D Beyond.
Refreshing.
I have refreshed.
Resh.
Okay, so each of you should now have 10 feet of blind sight
Yes,
in your senses.
Yes.
indeed.
Okay, and during this time, the tattooist has basically finished her work on you and has then called in somebody else. So in your inventories, if you go to manage inventory and then type in your name, there should be an item saying your name, Alpha Marg.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Okay, so then if you then go into your inventory and remove the mark of the alpha, which you originally had.
Oh. Leah.
And then equip your named Alpha Marg.
Cool.
You may need to refresh your page while doing it.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh my god! Oh, this is gonna be useful.
Okay, so each of you should now have a spell which you can cast from your alpha tattoo. You can only do it once per long rest, which unfortunately is something you have to just keep an eye on, but it is something that you can do.
Cool.
Oh, I clicked to use the charge. Whoops. Don't know how I'm doing getting that back.
So, Kashan, you can basically cast Flame Blade.
Yes, sir.
Tordum can cast Mind Sliver. Elumba can cast Shatter. And I've forgotten what Marilla could cast.
Moonbeam.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay. Now, but because these are done via tattoos, you can't cast them at higher levels, so this is basically all you get.
That's cool.
It's okay, Papa, it's okay. Alright, so by the time that all of that is finished, you are now remarked, and you now have access to these new spells. But training is effectively complete, and you now have not necessarily a mastery level of understanding on how werewolves work, but you do have a general idea on how best to fight werewolves.
Cool. Super cool.
Alright, guys. So, with all of that in mind, shall we end it for today?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good place to
Can do.
Are we going to be picking up next session the next day or from this moment?
From this moment. Unless you
Okay,
guys
cool,
want to
cool.
say you take a long rest for the night.
I was just going to ask during my long rest, because I only chance I was going to ask if I could spend some time reading on werewolves, if I could find anything in the alpha base.
Yeah, sure. There's plenty of books in that regard. George is happy to pick some out for you.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Tordum is also going to basically do an all-nighter and copy out the spell book, which you guys picked up as well.
I forgot about that.
Marilla, you have a scroll of remove curse. So do you want to give that to Tordum for her to copy
yes,
out as well?
I shall. Yes, because I have removed curse as a spell already.
Okay.
I think. Maybe. But yes, I will.
Alright, that's brilliant. Alright, guys.
That was
been
fun.
one of our odder sessions, I would say.
Beans.
I'm not gonna lie, whilst we were getting trained, I had I'll make a man out of you stuck in my head on repeat.
With the heavy metal version that I showed you a while ago.
Not quite.
Well, the irony is that a friend of ours is getting married and has asked for songs to the film list, and that heavy metal song is the one that Maya's chosen.
Aww.
Alright, guys. Are we all going to be good to meet up for next Monday?
Yes, just in advance, if I sound rough, it's because I'm going on a free night bender.